I guess the class wasn't smart enough to figure that out. Huh? Thanks for helping us out, Yu-chan. We wouldn't have been able to figure it out without you. Ready, set, and action.
Okay, so imagine you went to a very formal and a very, expensive restaurant in another country, and you perfectly thought that you acted so normal, just like any person in the other country. But you started to realize that people in the restaurant seem to stare at you strangely. So you start to think, did I do something wrong? Did I do something racial? Am I a racist or something? But then you need to reconsider about your actions. Maybe you didn't care about the table manners in that country. So, the book called The Rituals of Dinner by Margaret Visser, the author says that what divides humans from animals is that people share foods from the primeval stage. So because of people share foods, they kind of like develop the table manners that we have today. So by learning the table manners of that country, we could kind of like learn the core of the culture of their country. So if you want to be a good traveler, I recommend you to learn the table manners of that country. And lots of you guys travel to the Western countries, right? So today I will be introducing the Western culture's table manners and how to use the utensils. So these are the normal pictures of the dinner table of the Western culture. J-Book O said in the table manner that there are 5 elements in tableware. First are dinnerware, which is dishes. Second are cutlery, which are also referred as silverware, which means spoons and knives. And then glass for wines, and then linen, which means clothes. And lastly, for the centerpiece in the center of the table. So let's look at each one. So there are so many dishes, and each dishes is for different types of foods, and also same for the cutleries. But very funny thing is that there are so many varieties of cutleries, and a YouTube video of Epicurious says that cutlery developed in response of the trend. So they made a cutlery even though they really don't need that, so for a particular food. And because of that, they kind of like displayed all the cutlery they have in the table, which kind of represented their wealth. And there are some like interesting cutlery, such as this is a cookie server, and this is a fish server, and this is gravy sauce ladle. I don't know what that really is, but it looks funny, right? And it is also the same for the wine. There's so many glasses and the linens. So linens it says about the clothes used in the dinner table. So this is tablecloths and napkins. And for the lastly, it is a centerpiece. So it needs to be aligned in the center of the dinner table, which means that it could be a candle or a flower or anything. The importance of this is that it provides a topic for the people in the table to talk about. So it is important to align these things. Now that we have learned about how the table looks like, now let's learn how to use the utensils. So this is actually how it looks like for an individual, in front of the individual. So let's say this is your table. So you start to use your cutlery from the outside to the inside in the order of the food that is served. A book by Emily Post called Etiquette says that menu consists no more than 6 menus. It starts from soup, fish, meat, salad, dessert, and coffee. So let's start with the soup. You eat the soup with your spoon, and then you give it to the waiter, then he takes it away. And then the dish changes, and now your second meal, fish. So you use the both ends to eat the fish, and you remove the fish. And then for the same, meat and salad. So, and the website of the Hotel Montebello says that not just for these cutleries we use to eat, or we could also use them to express our feelings. So for the waiter, if we put them in an upside down V, it means that we want to take a break while eating. So we could go to the restaurant and then they won't put the dishes away. And if you put your cutleries in like this in 11, it means that you're finished your meals. Now that we know how to use the silverware to properly eat the food, lastly, let's learn about how to behave exactly. So, most etiquettes in the Western etiquettes are also similar in our country, but there are some unique characteristics, such as we shouldn't pick up the forks and knives falling in the floor, because they say that if you try to pick up the things, we need to bend ourselves beneath the table, which could kind of like make some more mistakes happen. And we shouldn't eat with the knife. And when we try to pick up the salt and pepper, we should always ask the people around us, like, is it okay for me to use the salt and pepper? And then we should take it. And it is not really recommended to use salt and pepper to honor the chef's own taste. Okay, now we have learned how to behave and how to use the utensils. So now for the conclusion. Today we have learned basics of how the table looks like and how to use the utensils and simple etiquettes. So one day if you go to the Western cultures...
Okay, stop.
Okay.